Someone told me I am real quiet.
Oh, they started. Okay.
Okay. Here, Funky, you take over while I fix my mic.
Oh. Alright, so they're both starting off. Neither of them are going for the beginning wheel mix, which is a pretty good call for their skill level, since that is very probably a high level strat. And Dan got hit a couple times in the first level, so starting off behind, which isn't too bad. There's a lot of time to catch up.
Gets a perfect goal game though to make up for it. Laurie got a 4 on that. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but both runners making pretty good pace into 1-2. So yeah, okay. So Laurie's PB is a 40-for-40, and Dan's PB is from one of his tournament races. He got a 59-51, I believe, in one of his earlier races. So there is a bit of a discrepancy between the PBs, but I think we're still going to see a good race here tonight. So, I can't look at the chat because I forgot to bring my phone down. Wait, no, I didn't forget to bring my phone down. I forgot that I did bring my phone down. It was in my pocket the whole time. Nice.
You're gonna have to inform me on that. I have no way of looking at it.
Trust me, guys, I'm a good commentator. Oh, I got an ad on the stream. Nice. Laurie continuing to make her way through World 1. Picking up Burning here, which is a horizontal movement ability. Real clean. Okay, yeah, if anybody was flaming me in the chat to start, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. You can repeat yourself if you'd like. Oof. Getting clean puff over that hothead to escape that energy. And Dan waiting out the frog. Ooh, and then getting roasted. Yeah, that can be pretty annoying. These hotheads don't hesitate. Dan going for another max tomato. Smart idea. Anything is better than dying. We're gonna pick up a candy here. Could make her invincible, so she can just focus on stringing these burnings together. Optimally there you would not want to bonk, but it still worked out. Dan getting a good fight against Frosty also. And dang, Laurie is very fast at typing while running. I'm impressed.
Laurie does pretty well in Wispy.
Bang, 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 Wispy's down. Dang, this is a very, very solid World 1. Finishing with a high 331, I think. And it's really solid for a race. I've certainly had worse. Making her way through 2-1. Dan is coming up on Wispy here.
That tornado was really scary.
The internet is taking a bit of a hit. I'm not too behind. Okay, so here we're going to see Laurie drop her ability and combine it with an enemy in the staircase for a double star, which instantly will kill this next mini-boss. Perfectly executed. Very nice. And wheel gonna be used to speed through the rest of this level. Well, then following in your footsteps. Leaving Burning behind there, I hope he remembers he needs to grab Needle in the next level if he wants to be able to do the double star stretch. I forgot to mention the Tornado Joes. Whatever. Already taking a hit and dropping Wheel, but that's okay. Dan does remember Needle. Very nice. Going to be heading up to the mini-boss fight now. Let's see Laurie's fish room. Rox complains all the time about this room, because he's bad at it, but it is tough.
Rox is just bad.
You can get away with that room only blowing water once, but it's really difficult. Otherwise, Laurie is making a fine work of this stage. We got our first arena here. Let's see, which strat is she gonna do? Okay, she's gonna use the old one. Wow, killed that one when it was still off screen. Real solid here. And Dan getting a perfect goal game. I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing from both runners so far. These are real good. This is some good Kirby we're seeing. I totally missed Dan get 2 jump. Wow, he's turning it up. He's gonna need it. He's still about a full stage behind. I'd say about 55 seconds right now, so if he wants to make up that gap, he's gonna need a... Wow, that was some real tricky movement by Laurie there. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that.
Spark for TikTok here.
Real fast, 4 hits. And he's down. Dan looks to be trying to keep Wheel here. Is he gonna... Okay, never mind.
Alright.
If he went for Wheel World 2, I would have been like, pop dogs. That is a really tough strat. But he's also gonna get this arena real clean. Taking a bit of a different route through it. But... working out pretty good. Well, in this game you can't summon any partners. But in the games where you can summon partners, typically, yes, it does slow you down. Unless you do... Wow, really clean cannon jump. Laurie. So yeah, in later Kirby games, unless the partner... You're using the partner specifically to perform some sort of skip or something, typically summoning a partner is going to be slower. Dan, gonna want to hold on to the spark here, but he gets it. And Laurie heading through 2-5, grabbing high jump all the way to paint roller. Oof. Taking another... Oh, oh, and he's just going to ditch it. I mean, he doesn't need it anymore. That's a smart decision. Let's see Laurie's paint roller. Bottom right pattern is the average pattern. Takes... Oh, is not going to be able to get it in time. Was not close enough. You only get the strong hitbox of high jump if you stand close enough to paint roller, and the window is pretty tight. It's something like 5 pixels maybe. 5 or 6. So you have to be real close for that. But Laurie's still making good time. I didn't quite catch what her exit was. Did you, Funky?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was
think
looking.
it was a 50X. I screwed that up. That was still very solid. Dan not electing to take the health. He's on 1 HP right now. Kind of precarious situation. Meanwhile, Laurie is taking a bunch of punishment in 3-1. This game not being very nice at the moment. Was able to grab the health here. Let's see if Dan can do this room without dying. It's gonna be a close one. He's being chased by a rogue parasol. So he's gonna float safely above everything and he's going to make it just fine. Picking up high jump now himself, and Laurie is going into 3-2. We'll see whether she drives down. Yeah, Dan's PB is 59.51, I believe.
see how Dan's paint roller is.
Okay, again, good first hit. Ooh, getting hit. Okay. See if he's gonna play it safe. Oh no. And he's going to take a death. I don't know, let's see how he decides to back this up. Okay, he's just gonna go straight back in and hope for something good. Laurie not getting grabbed on the Bugsy. Very, very solid from her. And just gonna go with... Okay, he doesn't get a good... Okay, he gets a ball. I don't know, he's not going to use it. Ball's very difficult to use well on paint rollers, so let's see. Get some mic. He's not gonna use this one either. He's just deciding to go powerless, it looks like. Unless... Nope, no crash. That might have killed. I'm not exactly sure the damage values.
It may have.
But getting pretty good luck, all things considered. Paint roller, sometimes he'll draw something on the lower part, and then he'll jump up to the high part and he won't be able to hit him with it because Kirby can't jump high enough with something in his mouth. But he got 6 solid hits and he's on a World 3 now. But Laurie is just blazing ahead, now on to 3-4. And we'll see how she handles this arena. Is she gonna do the pure high jump strat or the old drop strat? She's going for pure high jump. Ooh. Whoa. Okay, that was real fast to begin. Dang, really, really... Okay, commentator's curse. But aside from that, I was really clean. I'm really impressed. I did not learn that strat until very recently, although Rox stops at nothing to mock me about it because I was doing a slower strat for the longest time. The world record has the slower drop strat. I finally got around to learning it after I got that, but... We're gonna grab another candy here, and Dan is gonna be finishing up 3-1. 0 lives right now. His next death will be a game over, so I don't know if we'll maybe see a soft reset from him. I don't know if he's aware of soft resets. Getting a little toasted there.
Not having high jump at the very beginning of 3-2 is pretty punishing.
Losing high jump anywhere in Butter Builder, honestly. This world is so vertical. He doesn't grab the pep brew past the wall either, and takes another hit from the Waddle Dee, so this is looking a little not so great. 2 health.
For a very long time, I didn't even know you could suck in the pep brew through the wall.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that until I saw it in last year's tournament either. So, you get to see a lot of interesting backups for sure. Dan here with 1 health and 0 lives. We'll see if he grabs one or both of the items in the next room. Laurie's struggling a little bit with the dark room right now. Okay, so Dan looking to be safe. He's gonna grab the 1-up. And the tomato, very nice.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Okay. Oh, Bugsy having the last laugh with 1 hit left is just going to slam Dan into the ground unceremoniously. I missed whether Laurie guessed or not. Did she?
Yes. Went for Moon Crew, and of course got it wrong because it's either always done or you don't guess.
That is exactly why I don't guess, but the Moon Crew is very large and consists of many top runners. Well, yeah, Rox, but Rox, Jay, Halo, Shasta, the Zero, Cobra are all Moon Crew, whether they like it or not. Also who?
They're also all wrong.
Oh, wait, Funky, are you Sun Crew?
If I do guess.
Oh, I see. Hey, okay. Laurie going for an interesting route here that I don't think I've seen before, but good double slide at the end. And it's not going to be going for wheel mix. That's a top level strat. mostly reserved for 39s, is going to be taking Tornado into 4-2. According to Quill, I hate fun. Shasta says that too, but it's okay. I prefer the consistency. And Dan going to be going into 3-4 Arena powerless. Might be deciding to get the high jump back from the museum afterwards. We'll have to see.
The museum seems to be a very convenient backup.
Yes, for sure. You do use... High jump seems almost perfect for a lot of rooms in World 3, so you do have to wonder if it was designed around it. Dan taking this very safe here and is going to get it. 1 HP left!
Oh my god.
Wow, smooth puff on that camera. He almost ate it, but gonna be able to grab the tomato here. Heal himself back up. Okay. But Laurie continuing to extend her lead, just with smoother movement and more confident play is going to be going into 4-3. Gonna be taking top route. That might be my fault because I did it for the longest time. Marsh is probably fuming right now. I'm sorry, Marsh.
Marsh fumes about everything. If you don't do high jump bugs,
I think he gave up on... I think he's been satisfied because Rox does high jump bugs. We just needed one of us to do it. I tried it for a bit, and I got bodied every time, so I'm just like, eh. We're gonna be using Spark, not taking high jump in, but that's okay. Dan moving on to 6. This room is one of the patented enemy spam rooms, the one that Laurie was just in. Enemies do not stop. Neither do they in this room. I don't know how many birds there are on the screen at one time. But, onto the wheel room. Oof. And Dan just barely sneaking into that door, just ahead of a bullet. Is gonna be eating a hit from the screaming penguin. Oh man. This is running headlong into everything right now.
a lot of these bosses, mini bosses, seem like it would be really easy to double star, but they decided to make some have a lot more health than others.
Yes.
So not all double stars insta kill.
Yes. So, ooh.
Ooh.
Gonna be taking a rough death in the middle of the last room, but thankfully he can just grab high jump again. Laurie wiping out Fan without too much difficulty, and now has throw to take into the 4-5 arena, so I have to see how she does there. Clean jumps. I don't know how Laurie's doing against her PB right now. This run has been real clean by her so far, and Dan also looking to be a proud member of Moon Crew, but again, getting it wrong, just as fun as predicted.
It's always fun. That's why the group is called Always Fun.
Oh, Laurie, it's a really fast backup puff. Taking out that flamer there.
I always feel like that run that Laurie just did is always really impressive when you do it fast.
Yes, for sure. Some people don't even take a moment to set up on, right before the last gap. Or not the last gap. But there's one gap where Laurie did take a moment to align herself, and so do I. But some people just go for it like, so fast. It's really impressive to me.
Then grab UFO so we could blast through that block wall.
Oh, Laurie's a really spicy TikTok fight, getting a good pattern where he just jumps in place. really nice, and really smooth movement to his dark. Man, Laurie's been really impressing me so far. Okay.
Alright, so Laurie is now grabbing high jump to be able to go for the Krakow fight coming up.
Alright, sorry about that. My mom is pestering me about dinner as expected, but I'll stay here till the end.
That's lucky, that 5-second window, I was like freaking out.
It's okay, I got you. Dan going into double poppy, and Laurie, getting zapped by TikTok. Nice. It's another pickle here for Dan, because he's at 0 lives again. So, 3 more hits, and he is going to eat a game over, but okay, finishing the level up without too much trouble. And Laurie getting a good Krakow back up. What's for dinner? I actually have no idea. I didn't look in the kitchen. I'm sorry. My mom made something good. That's all I know.
One time I wasn't watching my lives and I did get a game over during a run, and it's just the worst thing.
Oh yeah, because gaming over makes you start the entire level over again instead of just the room that you were just in. So especially if you get a game over at the end of a really long level, something like, I don't know, 6-6 for example, it can be real bad. We're taking a soft reset out of 5-1 it looks like. Going into 5-2, not wanting to take any chances. Apparently she is on real hot pace at the moment. And yeah, Krakow being a... If you watched the last Kirby tournament, the Kirby's Dreamland tournament, that was just all RNG, whether Krakow would give you something to drop or not. Oh, and Laurie choosing to not go for ball, instead going to be using sword for bonkers in 5-2. But as I was saying, in this game, instead of RNG, it's about really tight execution. If you want a perfect Krakow kill, you have to be really tight with your inputs. And the fight tends to eat some of them, so...
That was an accident.
Oh, and I see Dan's back to 2 lives. I totally missed it. I don't think he game overed, so he must have soft reset. So that means he does know about that. That's very good. Going into Fan now. Okay. Cleaning that fight up. Really good. 5-3 is just the level kind of where the game shoves a couple abilities in your face and says use them. So you do, because the rooms are super slow otherwise. Meta Nightmare Runners especially can tell you about that.
That's a lot of this whole game though, where everything's made for a specific ability.
Yeah, so it is what I think, for me at least, it sets it apart from some other Kirby games, where there's just one ability that's so dominant at doing everything that you just use it all the time. This game is...
That's gonna last.
Yeah, this game is starting to get to the point where it's so optimized that you're using wheel in a lot more places than intended. But I think it still has more variety than a lot of other games. Dan using throw here, and especially in rooms like this, where it's clearly designed for burning, you are not ever going to be using wheel here, unless you're Marsh and you're doing the tasks, but we won't talk about that. He hasn't released World 5 of his tasks yet. I'm really interested to see how he uses wheel in this stage, because that just seems ridiculous.
Alright, we're coming up to determine if Laurie is a good player or not.
Oh yeah. I don't know, does Laurie go for it? Oh,
Probably
Laurie
not.
goes for like the X. No. Okay, Laurie goes for a different. Wait. Oh, no.
You see, the reason she died was because she didn't do actual ball swag, so the one that she tried wasn't actually free.
Let's see if she goes for it again. And no, she isn't. Takes serious guts to go for it again after dying to it once, so I totally respect that. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, Laurie, you're scaring me right now. Oh. So she went for both ball swags there that aren't the actual ball swags, so that was interesting. Dan is barely gonna get this fight without dying. Dan, you are making me sweat real hard right now.
She went
One
for
HP.
some kind of ball swag, so I'll give her some credit.
Dan is gonna get overran by the swarm of Bronto birds. There are so many in this room. Unfortunate.
I hate all the dark rooms.
Dark rooms suck. It's this one especially. This one, just so much dumb stuff can happen in this room. Laurie taking ball into 5-5. Looking to dunk on an unsuspecting lion. We'll see in a little bit.
I hate that line.
And 1 and a 2. Oh no!
Oh.
Unfortunately, destroys the lion's corpse, so won't be able to use burning in this next room. Which again, is suspiciously looks like it's designed for a certain ability that lets you travel in a straight line.
Wheel.
Well, okay, sure. That too. But again, unless you're Marsh, you're not going to be fighting Fire Lion with Wheel. And Dan going into the Crackle fight now.
I don't know, you could probably mix for wheel.
You could. I feel like the fight would be really dumb though.
All fights are done with wheel.
This is true. Oh, Laurie! No! Taking an unfortunate death, maybe getting an input eaten. If you press B to try to unwheel while you're in hit stun from hitting an enemy, the input will get eaten and you'll just continue to drive.
I always try to not wheel that way in case something like that happens.
Yeah, so you have to be judicious about when you're going to use your wheels. Fairly sure that there was probably due to an eaten input. This game can be picky about when it wants you to be able to do things. Much more so than its other GBA counterpart, which is a lot more lenient. Okay, so Laurie finishing it up, gonna be going for hammer mix now probably. See if she can nail it. First try, and she does. Very nice.
Oh.
Sometimes
you get saved by that ledge, right? This time.
So yeah, in this game, if you get...
Oh,
okay.
I saved that time.
Man, Dan, my heart. So in this game, if you get frozen, electrocuted, or burned, you won't be able to control Kirby until you hit ground again. Or fall a ridiculously far distance, but it's like more than one vertical screen length. So usually if you get elementaled over a pit, you're usually dead. It's a really annoying thing about this game.
Dan's just trying to keep the race interesting.
For sure. He's got some secret strats planned for the later worlds. We're picking up running again for Orange Ocean. And so... Omega Ming Ultra, good luck Ming for all. Thanks, Grapple. Okay, so... Basically, no matter which route you're taking, Orange Ocean is a game of get this ability and don't lose it until 6-6. So we'll see whether Laurie is going to be able to keep Tornado, is likely what she's going to be going for. Until the end of the world. Dan going in on bonkers here.
And of course the advanced strat for Orange Ocean would be wheel.
Yes. That makes the bonkers fight in 6-3 much more challenging. And there's some other tricky movement involved as well. Laurie going for high jump here actually. Wow. Really clean. And go make a big tornado here. And she will want to keep this throughout the entirety of the world, but she's looking in good shape with 6 health. And Dan heading into 5-3. Oof. A little bit. Getting a little antsy and falling almost all the way down. Oh no, Dan. So the thing about high jump is you can only do it once until you touch the ground again. So that has happened to me a lot of times too. I've tried to high jump back up only to find I can't and just die. It's the worst feeling. Laurie making quick work of bonkers. Dan grabbing wheel. Laurie is about a full world ahead at this point. Looking like a lead of 6 minutes, approximately. So I guess I can explain the point system that this tournament is using. If you watched Global Speedrun Association's Mario Odyssey League, then it's very similar to that. So it works on a point system. You get a certain amount of points for winning, but then there is also a pool of points that can be claimed either by the winner or the loser, depending on how close the race was. So
It's always motivates you to get the best time you can.
for sure. So the margin, not margin, I don't know what the right word for this is, but the maximum threshold that was decided upon was 10 minutes. So the winner will get the maximum amount of points if they win by 10 minutes. The loser will get the maximum amount of points if they only let the winner win by less than 15 seconds. So the points scale in increments of 15 seconds. So Dan is going to want to try to prevent Laurie from winning as much as he can here.
How good is Dan at this game?
Oh, Dan coming up on ball swag. I kind of don't think... Yeah. I did not include ball swag in my beginner's tutorial.
Even though it's free.
Ooh, and Dan going for ball climb. Very nice.
It's better than any ball climb I've ever done.
Ball climb can be deceptively difficult. If you have some momentum as you go into ball in that little corner, then sometimes you can bounce out before you build up enough height. And then get destroyed by the Sparkies, who are always lying in wait.
Those Spark E's are terrible.
Sparkies are terrible in every game they're in. Ooh, my stream froze, but Laurie is doing a really good job in this Orange Ocean so far. Ooh. Okay. Grabs Tornado back. Goes for a safety tomato. I think I'm probably behind. Let me
Yeah, you're a
refresh.
little behind.
Okay.
Laurie does get the double flag against the Frosties.
Very nice.
Dan grabbing fire because Coconut taught him that way.
Coconut being me. Apparently.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, the reason that you don't want to go for the sword, even though sword is better at fighting Fireline, is unless your positioning is pretty precise, you're going to grab both at the same time, and there's a good chance you're going to mix for something undesirable. As an example, earlier today when I was messing around, I got light, which, yeah, you can guess how that ended.
I don't know what you mean. That seems like the best one to fight.
Oh wait, we're gonna see how Laurie's Meta Knight goes.
Meta Knight is just pure RNG.
Ooh, okay.
That is a pretty good Meta Knight.
That is pretty dang good. Only one block at the very end and only got hit once. So Laurie is looking pretty poised to a possible PB pace if she can get a good World 7.
Dan being able to get out of that first room of 6-6 with 1 health. It's always scary.
34-35 exit for Laurie, or actually, yeah, I think it was something like that. Just running full speed through 7-1 right now.
Ooh, block room.
J popping off. Dan taking a soft reset before the hammer mix here. Yeah, this is a very good block move for Laurie here. She's been practicing. Very nice. Oh, Dan could have got fire the first time somehow. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. So you got... Ooh, and she's gonna go for it. Wow! Go for and get a really, really clean ball swag at the end of that 7-1. That was really
goes
nice.
for the one ball swag, but not the real ball swag.
Monkey's a little disappointed, but we have no time for that because right now Laurie is going into 7-2. Mini boss rush, super luck dependent. Not starting off super well. 2 hits on bonkers, but she does have a full health pool. Oh, 3 of it gone already. Might be a little bit of nerves right now. This is going to determine whether she can PB. Oh no. 1 hit, 2 hits. Okay. 2 HP for the last 2 is real tight. We're going to have to see how this turns out. Gets a jump from Bugsy and an instant back throw. This is... Oh no. And 7-2 claims another soul.
This is why Cocoon's making a 7-2 tutorial.
Yeah, that like won't be out for a while because I just got destroyed by school, but it'll be out eventually. There are way too many possible patterns in 7-2. Even my tutorial is not going to cover all of them, especially Fan. Fan just does whatever the heck he wants. But it is the bug that Laurie is getting smacked around by right now. Even dodging that last star, the 7-2 is just not nice. Laurie just waiting for that final projectile, gets it. Doesn't take backdrop into Fireline. Would have been useful as an extra projectile, but...
7-2 is very unforgiving, because even after a little bit you think you're confident with it, but you just get destroyed.
During many world record pace runs over the years. Oh, Laurie's going to have to be really careful. Still 2 hits left, and she is 1 health at 0 lives again. Well, not again, but this is the first time she's been in this situation. Okay, and is going to be able to get it. I still have to worry a little bit about the Sword Knight, because dying to that guy is not unheard of. Oh wait, picked up 2 lives in the life room. So
Yeah, grab some safety lives.
she'll be good on that front.
I always feel like I at least grab 1 just as like a prize for me getting through 7-2.
Definitely. Yeah, I gotta just grab a souvenir on your way out. Unfortunately, Laurie having lost at least a minute and a half on that 7-2 is probably no longer on PB pace. 7-2 always crushing people's dreams in this game. Really clean ice diamond room though. I'm just barely sneaking in there. And Dan is going to be playing the Orange Ocean game now. How long can he keep Tornado? That is the question. Past bonkers.
I have faith that he'll get it all the way through.
I certainly hope so. Especially with Laurie having lost so much time in 7-2, Dan definitely has a good chance of being able to scrounge up some points for himself, so he'll have to play solid throughout the rest of the run. We'll see how it goes. Laurie honestly having played to like a 42 level, I would say, throughout this entire run, just unfortunately getting screwed over by 7-2. I'm really impressed. Heading through these clock rooms that are full of really annoying RNG. At least the first 2 are.
That Sparky that Laurie just grabbed, at least destroyed me a few times.
Oh yeah, there's a rare pattern where when you slide into the block, the Sparky can instantly jump down and knock you into the pit. And it's probably the most insulting way to die in this game, but didn't happen to Laurie. The game's given her enough bad luck this run, I think.
It's the Nut Shack.
Oh yeah.
It's the Nut Shack.
Shout out to Chooch. Horizontal Nut Shack now. I totally forgot to shout it out when Laurie went through it the first time. And Laurie gonna be taking Spark into 7-5.
I'm still not confident enough to do Spark.
Spark is hard. It's more consistent by far, but this wheelie moves very fast, and so you need to really understand. Oh, wind tunnel! Oh no! Just one bonk can screw you over because those flamers never forgive and never forget. They will track you from 2 screens away and still end you. We're going to be grabbing that pep brew. Don't think she knows about the reeler mix, which can be used to mix a backup wheel in that room, which is also pretty unreliable, but can be tried in a pinch. But she is going to do the KDL stage, the good old KDL way, without any copy.
Did you say good and KDL in the same sentence?
Okay, well, you know what I mean. Good in like, I don't know, nostalgic sense, how about? You gotta work with me here, man. Oh, and Dan having the misfortune to inhale a UFO over a pit and fall straight into it. Oh, it almost happened again!
Oh my god.
This room is just brutal. But he's going to make it all the way, and he's going to be trying to snag one. Which
That
does
save will
good.
probably be the hypest thing I've ever seen in this game.
That was pretty hot. Laurie taking a death from something. I totally missed it with all the drama going on with UFO room. Dan, take a moment to line up the double star, and Laurie is in cabin room, which is the worst, by the way. I hate this room. And Dan at 1 health. Let's see if he can clutch this one out. Oh, instead, he gets impaled. That looked painful.
Another very scary one with 1 health.
Then he just stuck his spear out. Just made Kirby into a shish kebab. That guy didn't care. Laurie nailing ball mix though, and looking ahead into the DDD fight. Still on pace for a very low 45. Just shows how good her run was until 7-2. Had to do the thing.
Both of these runners are in the United States of America, right?
Yes. Laurie from Georgia, and Dan is from Kentucky, according to their speedrun.com pages. It's more Eastern boy and girl. Nobody lives in Mountain Time, dude. Feels bad, man.
Mountain Time is for mountain men.
I'm not a mountain man. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. Anyways, Laurie's in the orb here. Smacking away, mashing. You ideally want to try to kill orb before it charges, which wastes a bunch of time, but this is gonna be real tight.
Oh, I didn't see how...
Oh wait! Oh, barely gets it on the very last hit. And Dan here in 7-1. Laurie looking to finish real soon. With no missed shots, a nightmare fight is about 35 seconds after the cutscene ends, I think. So, okay, Dan at 1 health again. I don't know what he's going to be trying to do here.
Sometimes I feel like game developers like to put things in certain spots just for speedrunners. Like they put the longest cutscene at the very end, so they just get you all intense when you may be able to PB or not.
Yeah, definitely a very tense cutscene. Dan struggling a little bit with the blocker, which is difficult to get through without an ability. Laurie not having missed a hit so far, and commentator's curse. I'm sorry, Laurie. Oh my goodness. Is going to miss that fourth one, but it's not too big a deal. Dan gonna pick up burning here. Is also gonna miss that fifth one.
And get it float around.
Ooh, and Dan nailing ball mix, which I think was first try. Big improvement over his last race, where in his own words, I think he got like 9th try or something, so it's gonna be good. And Laurie gonna be finishing up with a 45-33.
No, it's raining. I hope that doesn't pick up on me.
Okay, and Dan going to be entering 7-2.
Dude.
Okay, getting decent bonkers to start. One hit. Let's see if FanFan will treat him a little nicer. Not going for setups. Getting FanFanned. Laurie already cutting out her Wii U rip. That signal. I don't know about this one. Ooh, but he gets lucky. No, he doesn't. I just keep cursing everybody here, dude. This is. Oh boy.
I feel like it's really tough to learn the fan setup at first.
For sure. Dan getting another jump. And another jump. Don't go in there, Dan. He's gonna. Okay.
Bugsy!
Oh no!
Alright.
Another run. Another 7-2. But GG's to Laurie. If you're interested in coming in for an interview, you can certainly do that. I don't know how to create an invite to this. Or I guess I can. Let's see here. But Dan, I think, should still be looking at a PB pace run if he doesn't game over. But again with 0 lives. This seems to be a recurring trend this run. And 3 HP, 2 HP. Let me activate. Laurie should be in the server already, so yeah, okay. We might not be able to get an interview with Laurie then. Dan is probably real nervous right now. We have 2 HP, 0 lives. This is the same situation Laurie was in. Guess the first hit. I should really be telling people. Oh, just getting clipped by that claw swipe. I should tell people that you're totally safe if you just float at the top. I think Dan is starting to pick up on that now, but you want to stay up there until gonna be bouncing off that star. That's an annoying thing about stars in this game, is they can be interacted in that way. It can cause you to miss hits sometimes. Oh no!
Well, too close.
2 hits left, but Dan is going to take a game over on 7-2. This is a bit.
What would be the fastest strat at this moment?
I think it would be to grab sword from the beginning of 7-1. I think looks like from SRL Dan is forfeited from the race, so he could have still got some points, I think. But it would have been tough. 7-2, looking to really not be nice to either racer this race. Unfortunately, it has to end this way. I don't know if you're interested in an interview, Dan. I don't know what his Twitch is to ping him. But I would not be surprised if neither of the runners want to talk about what just happened. 7-2. Will always be 7-2.
7-2. Wow. I didn't even get to hit the easy button a second time.
That's an unfortunate result.
I'll do it for
Okay.
doing such a great job at commentating.
Thanks, Funky. I don't know if it was very easy to commentate those runs, though. Both heartbreaks at the end of 7-2, but, well, that just comes with the job. It's spelled out loud and clear in the job description that you take when you decide to run this game. So, we will likely be seeing more of those in this tournament, but we will also see as many destructions of 7-2 in this tournament, which are super satisfying when you get them. Just seeing those mini bosses fall down is the best thing. And yes, we will not speak of this again. Thanks, Jesse. Okay. I guess you got anything else to say, Funky?
Not really.
No. Okay. Right. Let me see. We have. Let me go check the schedule real quick. We have another match starting. Actually, hell, it would have started already. It's 15 minutes in on SpeedGaming 3. Quill versus Pro Hybrid. That match is going to be really exciting. Both very good runners and commentated by none other than Swordsman Kirby, who is probably the most well-known Kirby runner. Very
Make
good
sure to
commentator.
follow all the runners and commentators.
For sure. So yeah, follow us because we're cool, and follow the runners because they're cooler. And props for them for sticking it out this whole time. And yeah, I think. Okay, and on this channel, in just over 10 minutes, we're going to have some Zelda Wind Waker action going on.
Exciting.
Yeah, so if you're interested in that, stick around for that. Kirby going on SG3, and I guess we will leave you guys with that. So thanks for watching. Make sure you keep tuning in for more matches later. And I'll probably take my leave now. Good night.
Goodbye, everyone.